Well, a very good morning, everybody, for Tuesday, the 8th of September. Not quite as murky as it was yesterday morning, but still low cloud and patches of mist nonetheless. What have we got at the moment? Well, it's sort of humid, well, not too hot, but stuck sort of in a warm sector air mass at the moment. Westerly winds coming off the Atlantic, bringing lots and lots of moisture across the UK, especially into southern England. High pressure not too far away. And as we go into tomorrow, similar sort of picture before a cold front hopefully starts to destabilise that later tomorrow, and then into Thursday, where it looks like we might have a reprise of the soaring season, looking at certainly a very good day indeed with that weakening cold front and high pressure building. But for today, yeah, humid air mass, and a case of the less humid it gets, the higher the cloud base gets. With those winds, we're looking at somewhere in the region of about west, maybe a bit of south in it at times, a bit like yesterday. Nothing too dramatic, sort of 10, maybe 15 knots at flying heights. They were getting pretty good wind launches yesterday, up to 2,000 feet. It's nice to have it straight down the runway. You can see all that cloud spilling in off the coast. Good if you're at a Boyne up there, but maybe good if you're at Sutton Bank, but other than that, pretty much I'd say 90% of England is covered in some form of cloud, and it's just going to be a case of waiting for some sunshine to break through that and the temperature to get a little bit lower, or the temperature and dew point to split a bit more. Infrared is showing relatively similar. You can see a little bit of that warm front still left over, but it's just this low level stuff we need to get rid of, really. The upper level stuff is really not relevant. And looking at the public forecast, it does show we should get some break this afternoon between about 1 and 3. Should get the visibility might not improve hugely. It never really does in warm sectors, but certainly we should lose a cloud base of what is at the moment about 500 feet. Will feel warm if there is any sunshine, and we're looking somewhere around 22 degrees. It's showing about 21 on here this afternoon, so not quite an Indian summer, but better than the Arctic blast we got a couple of about a fortnight ago. Of course, with this sort of air mass, so the dew points are high, that is the problem, and that does mean the cloud is fairly low. At the moment, the temperature and dew point are very similar. And this afternoon, though we do get 21, 22 degrees, the dew point does rise with it. So, yeah, we're not going to see any stonkingly high cloud bases or excellent soaring conditions today, but it should become flyable later. At the moment, we have a temperature of 16 and a dew point of 14. I might think those two are slightly closer in reality, because if we look at Odium at the moment, they're showing overcast at 600 feet. If I look at Farnborough, overcast at 800 feet. That puts it between the two of them. Overcast Lasham, 400 feet. For the afternoon, Taff showing broken clouds at 2,500 feet. Now, I know that the man at Odium is an optimist, so yeah, hopefully we'll see that, but don't be surprised if it's a tad under that. I know that they do like to forecast better clearances than have existed in the past. With that sort of poor forecast, unfortunately, it means that only in Great Yarmouth, or maybe down just near Exeter, is there any chance of any cross-country flying, or maybe just near the Wash. But yes, not particularly good at all for cross-country flying or soaring in that regard. Sort of at midday, 1 o'clock, there's still too much upper cloud, maybe some very weak thermals going up to maybe cloud base at 2,000 feet. But yeah, there's a lot of upper cloud in there. So yeah, and if we look at the cloud distribution, you can see that in there. So plenty of clouds to get in the way. So yeah, nobody's going to be doing 5-hour duration soaring flights today. But yeah, I'm very hopeful it should become flyable at least for winter launching. Okay, nothing particularly local. Solent, Farnborough and Boscombe are all active as usual. If anybody's in a motor glider, those B-52s are still active at Fairford, or the U-2s, never know which one's which, for what they're doing. See, one's bigger than the other. But yes, they're busy out there. 20 is paragliding. I don't think they're going to be that active. It's probably a general NOTAM like we do. And paragliders down towards the south coast. Nothing else particularly much in our area, if I'm honest. Operationally, we'll be 2-7 today. We do have a jet movements in at some points. I gave when they sort of emailed last night, I gave them sort of the heads up. Yeah, it's going to be murky this morning. It was the jet that's just carried the Scottish football team back from the Czech Republic. They dropped the Scottish lot back off in Edinburgh, and the crew are waiting to bring the aircraft down here. Don't know the result actually, so I have to have a look at that. But yeah, that aircraft should be in probably as soon as it gets good enough to land here. So probably a 1,500-foot cloud base. So yeah, once that's flying, we should go flying too. Other than that, I don't think there's anything particularly much else. There is an EasyJet booked in to do a circuit tomorrow. So yeah, just keep an eye out to the briefing for tomorrow, because that is a little bit unusual to get circuit stuff done here by airliners. But well, we can judge them just as much as we judge ourselves. If I don't see you today, I'll see you later in the week, certainly Thursday. We're already getting prepared for a big day then. So let's fingers crossed that the forecast does not change too much. See you later.